What the one is John with Latin Fluency here. Just wanted to give you a little live demo on our virtual assistant here, Vergil. So let's say the scenario is you're a student and you're struggling with, you're in AP Latin and you're trying to figure out indirect statement. You're having a hard time with it. You know, it could be in Caesar because he does do that quite a bit. Ablative absolutes, of course, but let's just say it's indirect statement. So you go into, let me move my thing out of the way here. So you go into Virgil and you type in, you know, hey Virgil, I am struggling with indirect statement in Caesar's de Bello Gallico. Can you give me some examples from book one that are going to be on the AP exam? All right, so now Virgil's going to dig around and see if we can find some examples for you. And let's see what it gives you. All right. So, of course, let's take a look at some examples of indirect statements from Caesar de Bello Gallico, Book 1. Indirect statements in Latin often involve an accusative subject and an infinitive verb, so that's an accusative infinitive statement. It tells you direct speech, right? Again, something that's directly stated. And then it says indirect statement. All right, so it gives you the example of Caesar dicit says Gallimum esse divisam in partes tres. So there's our indirect statement. So it actually takes a direct statement and makes it indirect for you. Again, Haveti suis finibus exire constituerunt. It gives you a translation for that. So they decided to exire from their own boundaries, right? Caesar says that, right? And there's your accusative, right? And there's your infinitive, okay? And it gives you a translation. Now it gives you another example. Orgetrix mortus est. Spoiler alert, right? Ignore that if you don't know the story. But let's say Caesar dicit. Okay, orgetorigem. Nice, Gallic accusative there. Mortum esse. Notice again that we have this accusative and infinitive, and even the adjective also is agreeing with it. So it breaks it down for you. Accusative subject, right? Second example, it breaks it down. Third example breaks it down for you, gives you the infinitive on each example as well. And then it says Caesar often uses indirect statement to report what people said or thought, because again, he's writing a commentary, comentarios. So it gives you that information. So this is one of the things that Virgil's capable of doing. You have a question, you're stuck on it, and you query it to give you some examples, and you give it some specific parameters to produce. In this case, we wanted to come from Caesar's book one of the Bello Gallico to really help out the Latin student. But let's say we need some practice. Can you create some practice exercises to help me understand indirect statement? All right. So again, I'm doing this just as a live demo to help, kind of demonstrate what Virgil can do. It can create personalized experiences so that way the student can kind of target what areas that they're weak at. And they could do this 24/7. Teachers, you can use this too. You can do this to help, like if you notice there's a certain pattern with your students that there's a certain grammar concept that's not having a hard time with, you can generate personalized, exercises for them and then give them to your class to help them through the material. So here you go. Indirect statement, oratio obliqua, right? Main verb explains it for you. Subject, tense is the infinitive, right? Direct statement, soldier is brave. Miles es fortis. Indirect statement, dixit, he says that the militem esse fortem. So again, you got those verbs of cognition, verbs of the head. So some practice exercise. Let's see here. Direct speech gives us pola legit librum. The girl reads a book. All right. Using dicit, how would you change that? And then it gives you the answer. So it gives you this. Now you could, as a teacher, take this, copy and paste into a document, pass it out in your class, put it on your learning management system, have your kids practice typing in the answer, and you already have everything there. If you're an individual doing this on your own, you could probably just, ignore it or ask it to, again, give me the practices, but don't give me the answers, something like that. And it gives you an explanation. So again, it gives you a series of exercises here, right? It asks you to convert it using a verb of the head, and then it gives you the answer so that way you can kind of see it. So this is a very robust tool. It can really help you refine your understanding of Latin grammar and syntax. It can take complicated subjects and kind of make it more simplified and easy for you. As a student, as a teacher, you can use it as a tool to help you create better teaching tools and ways of measuring student learning as well. So again, Vergil has a wide range of applications. What are some of yours? How are you using it? Definitely share with us so we can test it out. We would love to hear your feedback on ways to improve and maybe some things you're getting as well. Until next time, walete discipuli, discipulaque.